development of the current minor in Women and Development Studies and the addition of appropriate courses and seminars. Also included will be programs to assist small businesses run by women in the Ifran area and throughout Morocco, as well as continuing education programs for women business executives and government officials. Finally, conferences will be organized related to the reinforcement of Moroccan women's role in education, business, and government, and women's access to education and technology. We believe that these programs will be opening new horizons in Moroccan higher education that will favor the empowerment of women in Morocco. Al-Akhawain University is particularly honored to be able to link this important set of activities and programs to the name of the First Lady of the United States of America, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
And now I would like to invite the First Lady of the United States, in the company of Mr. Chancellor and Mr. President, to unveil the special plaque bearing the name of the program. As has been mentioned, this program will be hosted in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. And now I would like to give the floor to one representative of the graduating students, Nada Saer, who has a special speech for the occasion called "To Be a Winner."
Madam, the First Lady of the United States of America, distinguished guests, Mr. Chancellor of the Board, Mr. President of AUI, dear faculty and students, dear parents, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to stand before you today to present to you, very briefly, my 4 years of life at AUI, the gist of the lessons I learned and forgot, and those I learned and will always treasure, wherever the winds of jobs and opportunity will lead me. As a senior female student striving to graduate with distinction during these past years, I would sometimes get tired of studying, sit and wonder about my time at AUI. I find that I have accumulated a great deal of knowledge on business, facts, and opinions. But I often wonder, what is going to remain with me once I leave the beautiful campus of AUI? I often find the answer in what AUI taught me about the following: how to tolerate the differences my classmates show in and outside class, how to interact with fellow students, regardless of their beliefs and backgrounds, focusing on what unites us rather than what divides us, how to strive to be the best in an environment that highly values excellence, how to help those who could use my help, both within and outside campus, knowing full well that myself go through moments when I need the help of others. The help I need, I often get from friends, professors, and staff around me. But sometimes I get valuable help from people who have succeeded, who have overcome obstacles, and who have persevered and won over discouragement and adversity. Of the people I have had the chance to observe, learn about, and admire greatly, one clearly stands out, though I'm not yet sure how little I could try to do of how much she succeeds in doing. This person is my university's most distinguished guest today, the Honorable First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton. My fellow students and I at AUI greatly admire the First Lady's sense of responsibility and interest in public service at all levels, local, national, and international. This sense of responsibility started early with the charity drives she organized and the leadership and scholarship she demonstrated at school. Her early and lasting commitment to the Girl Scouts is consecrated today by her honorary national presidency of this organization. After Wellesley College and Yale Law School, she embarked on an active professional life organizing a family and child lawyers association in Arkansas and launching a program for home education for preschool children. Her efforts were recognized when she was named Woman of the Year in 1984. Her professional career as a lawyer and her profound humanity constituted a winning combination that put her of her own right in the forefront. After Bill Clinton's election as President of the United States, she led the government's efforts to reform the healthcare system. Her commitment to child welfare has also led to her involvement in the vaccination programs. Her book, It Takes a Village and Other Lessons Children Teach Us, was a call to all sectors of society to assume their responsibilities towards children. On behalf of my fellow students at AUI, I would like to express our warmest welcome to the First Lady and our highest admiration for the very high standards she sets in the role model she provides for all the women around the world. A role model rich with determination, caring, and wisdom. Chelsea is very lucky to have such a mother, a friend, and a mentor close by. We are proud to have a new center that encourages women's empowerment, bearing the name Hillary Rodham Clinton, and we look forward to any advice we can get from her. We at AUI are very grateful the First Lady found some time to spare for us in her very busy schedule, and despite the adverse weather conditions that deprived us of her visit last April. This is yet another instance of the First Lady's determination and promise-keeping we highly appreciate and we can all learn from. On behalf of the 99 cohort, I would like to tell you, Madam First Lady, that we are most honored that you have accepted to be our speaker for the commencement address. We very much look forward to your valuable thoughts and ideas, and I invite my fellow classmates and the respectful audience to welcome the First Lady, Mrs. Hillary Rodham Clinton, to the podium.
Thank you very much. That was an excellent introduction and a very impressive presentation. And I want to thank Nada for that. And let's give her another round of applause, which she richly deserves. She, along with all of her fellow graduates, have shown us what it means to be a winner. And it is a great privilege for me to join all of you for this very special occasion. To the Chancellor and to the board, to the President and to the staff, to all who are gathered here in honor of this graduating class, I am very, very pleased as I look out at this crowd of young men and women and know that the labors of the last 4 years have led them to this place, and to understand their commitment not only to their own education, but to the future of their country. And it is a great honor for me to have been honored and placed among you with this honorary degree that gives me the right to call myself also a member of the family of AUI. As many of you know, I attempted to arrive here before in April, and I was prevented from doing so because of the weather. But I was determined to return because this university represents so well many of the ideals of the people of Morocco, the vision of His Majesty the King, and the determination of the young people of this country to do what they can do to further the progress and enable all of the Moroccan people to be better prepared for the next century. The unique partnership that created this university between His Majesty the King and King Fahd of Saudi Arabia, the two brothers, is a wonderful example of international cooperation and the close collaboration of people who appreciate the necessity for education. And the long-standing friendship between our two countries, the United States and the Kingdom of Morocco, is also evidenced here. I recall very well from my own history and learning the first message that the United States Congress sent to the Sultan of Morocco back in 1780, which said, "We assure you of our earnest desire to cultivate a sincere and firm peace and friendship with your Majesty and to make it lasting to all posterity." Well, I am here once again on behalf of my husband, the President, and the government and the people of the United States to reaffirm that commitment of friendship and partnership with the people and the government of Morocco. That friendship is being put into concrete action here at this university. I know that I missed the inauguration of two important projects when I was unable to come in April. The new Moroccan-American Executive Business Center, which I know will be used here at this university to stimulate economic opportunity throughout not only the country, but the region and the world. And the faculty and student exchange program between this campus and many campuses in the United States, in particular George Washington University, will further our relations and deepen our friendship and our understanding. It has been a distinct personal honor and pleasure for me to have visited Morocco now on 2 occasions. This is, unfortunately, my last stop for now. But I end these 2 visits with such wonderful and warm memories. I am extraordinarily grateful for the hospitality that I have received from His Majesty, King Hassan II. It has exceeded any expectation anyone could have brought, but it reflects the qualities that His Majesty brings in his work on behalf of the people of Morocco and in the way that he reaches out to people throughout the world. I was privileged when I was in Marrakesh on my last visit to speak on behalf of the tradition of tolerance and respect that Morocco exemplifies to the world. Now, that is a tradition that has always been important, but I believe it is increasingly critical in the world we live in today as we become more interconnected and even interdependent, to learn as you are learning and teaching here at this university how we get along with one another, how we respect our differences, how we provide opportunities for the divinity within each of us to flourish. And that is the lesson and the message that Morocco has brought to the world, and that His Majesty continues to spread throughout the world as well. I have also, in my visits, met some remarkable people here, people who are working very hard to better conditions for all the citizens of Morocco. I have met people teaching each other how to read and write for the first time, extending literacy particularly to girls and women in the most remote and rural areas of Morocco. I have met those who are delivering health care, from the nurses and physicians who ride motorcycles outside Ouarzazate to the fine new facility that I helped inaugurate, the operating room for delivery of babies just yesterday in Fez. I have seen the future of Morocco in those babies that were cradled next to their mothers, who are now being given the great gift of safe motherhood, which is one of the most important obligations that any society can help fulfill. I have met the leaders of grassroots organizations and non-governmental organizations, as well as government leaders, all of whom are committed to the vision of a prosperous, peaceful future for Morocco and for this region. And I have seen the way that civil society is growing and taking its rightful place alongside the government and the economy of Morocco. I often speak, as someone referred earlier, to society as a three-legged stool. There is, of course, the government, and the government must be an effective, efficient government that fulfills the needs of its people and responds to its people's aspirations. And there is the economy that so many of these young graduates are prepared to enter, an economy that is based on a free market that unleashes the energy and the dynamism of the people of Morocco. And then there is the civil society, the third leg of the stool. In a way, it is what fills the space between the government and the economy. It is what makes life worth living. It is our religious and our spiritual faith, our families, our friendships, our associations, what we learn and give to one another. And it is in that area that I have seen and heard about the progress that is occurring. And of course, building on the strong foundation here in Morocco of strong families and strong faith, and taking those values and spreading them further so that more and more people will feel empowered to solve their own problems and to be part of building the future of Morocco. Nothing has impressed me more than the people of Morocco. Nothing has given me more pleasure than to see and hear and learn about what is happening because of the education and determination of the young people of Morocco. Whenever I visit any country, as I have been privileged to do, I am most interested in the young men and women, because after all, the Chancellor, the President, and I, we know that what we do today must be carried on by all of you. We know that this university will only be as great as its graduates. And so it is the young people, these graduates who we honor today, who are truly the most important people in this room, because it is to them that all of us look. And not only the people and the government or His Majesty are looking to you. Truly, the entire world is as well. Morocco is uniquely situated to give voice to the future hopes and dreams, and to create the realities that will be looked to as people throughout the world ask themselves, is it possible for us to have a better future? Is it possible for us to live together? Is it possible for us to overcome our pasts, our ancient hatreds, our insecurities, and our fears? Is it possible for men and women together to build a country? Is it possible? Well, certainly this university is founded on the belief that it is. and that the energy and the resources that have gone into creating this university will be returned many times over because of the accomplishments of the young men and women who graduate from here. Now, if all you were doing is going forth into the world to create a better future for yourselves, to bring honor to your families, to raise your own children and enable them to be good citizens, that would be in and of itself an extraordinary gift and accomplishment. But you have been trained here to do even more, not only to achieve personally, but to contribute politically, economically, socially, and culturally to this future that all of us are building together. The entire world is struggling to find new bearings in this fast-changing global economy. Many of us are bewildered. Those of us who are certainly less computer literate than all of you are bewildered by the pace of change, how quickly things move now from one end of the world to the next. But there are enduring values. There are traditions that we must carry forward into the maelstrom of change. Because although I believe that we live now in a time when change is constant, progress is not inevitable. The pace of change can merely confuse and disorient us if we are not anchored and centered, if we do not have our strong beliefs and our values in mind as we move into this period of rapid change. It is up to us to determine what comes of this change. And what you have learned here will in effect give you a compass to guide you through this change. It will point you, I hope, toward a very clear destination. To define what it has been, of course, to be the first among the students to graduate from here, but also to become a citizen of Morocco and of the world. We will need your talents. We will need your hard work to answer those timeless challenges that face us. How do we share prosperity with all people? How do we overcome poverty, illiteracy, violence, starvation? The answers to that may not be found in formulas about capital and productivity, or in Shakespeare or Molière or anyone else whom you might have read, but they can be derived from your backgrounds and your learning and then put to work. We need such citizens today more than ever. When it is all said and done, we will be judged not by the size of our bank accounts, not by the material possessions we have acquired, but how we have lived our lives, how we have touched those around us, whether we have lent a helping hand to those in need, whether we have helped to nurture the future of a child. My first stop when I came to Morocco was at a small school where I was privileged to meet with some who are attempting to extend literacy to all young girls throughout the rural areas of Morocco. And I know what a difficult task that is because I have for myself seen the challenges that your geography poses to you. But as I sat with that very proud father and that young girl and talked with them about their dreams for her future, I could have been anywhere in my country or anywhere in the world where a father and a mother are investing their hopes in the next generation. And I felt even more keenly the need that I trust all of us feel to make a contribution so that all those boys and girls, wherever they live, whoever their parents are, could aspire someday to be where these graduates are, graduating from an institution committed to excellence and building the future. One of your February graduates is also a published poet. And in his poetry that I have been privileged to see, in a particular poem that I liked quite a bit, Mohammed Ben-Urek wrote, "I am dreaming of a world where there is no autumn, no winter, where the noise turns to whisper, where dignity shines as silver. That is a good dream for all of us. I am honored that you will seek to fulfill that dream, those of you who are graduating and those of you who are part of this extraordinary institution. I pledge you my solidarity as an honorary doctoral graduate, and I am eager to learn more about the Women's Empowerment Program, and in the future to return to spend more time to learn about the dreams and aspirations and how we all will make dignity shine as silver. Thank you for this great honor, and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Madam First Lady. I would like now to give the floor to the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Wael Benjloun, to supervise the award of diplomas to our graduates.